Intro stuff. Woo!
Yeah.
Intro stuff. Here with Donny. Now. What's going on, guys? So my first video using this awesome gimbal is actually going to be a reptile room tour. So as you guys saw with the video I did with Donny, I have kind of a lot of stuff in the room. And I often get asked, especially since I work at Nerd, what do I work with and what excites me? So,
ball pythons, ball pythons, ball pythons.
if you have followed me for any length of time, then you know that I really, really, really like carpet pythons. So I have a bunch of different carpet pythons. I primarily focus with Centralian carpets and jungle carpets. So I'm going to show you some of my absolute favorite ones. Let's get started. And we're going to start with this girl right here. This is a probable super caramel albino. And this girl is pretty special because during incubation I had an incubator malfunction and we lost all but 2 eggs. And she was one of those babies, and the other was a male that I sent to my buddy Anthony. But check her out. If I can see if I can get her to chill out just enough. Probably won't happen very well, but I know, sweetie, I know. Take a look at those eyes. Those eyes are something really unique. But anyway, so probable super caramel albino. Spectacular. On the opposite side of the color spectrum, we have this girl who doesn't like being messed with at all, but this is an axanthic zebra. And she is truly, truly unique. There we go. Just want to be able to get a good shot of her face, because man, she is stunning. Look at that. Hopefully she doesn't try to nail me. But an absolutely picture perfect axanthic zebra female. This is going to be part of hopefully a moonglow project with using some of the super caramel albino stuff. Now, they're both females, but I've got some other stuff for this project, so could be pretty cool. This guy, I can't not show him off. This is super cool. So this is my guy Midas, and Midas is a non-jag ocelot. So if you're familiar with the ocelot gene in carpets, in jungle carpets, it acts kind of polygenic, but basically what it does is it really distorts patterns. So if we look at the side of his pattern, it's totally blown out, all crazy. That's ocelot. So, and it has ranging expressions from, you know, a very mild pattern distortion through to this, and I'm sure greater. But it's truly, truly spectacular. Look at that. This is a hypo het stripe Centralian carpet. Let me see if I can get that head. I love carpet python faces, and of course she won't want to really show her face all that much. But look at that. There we go. How awesome is that? So now if we go back here, just look at how red she is. So typically Centralians, you can kind of see some of this black up here. So typically the Centralian carpets would have a lot more black. This girl has hypo in her. So these guys will get to their full color potential around the 3-foot mark. And then the last carpet I'm going to show is this genetic stripe that is also 50% hypo blood. And really want to focus on his sides, because his sides just kind of like melt. It really is amazing. a truly spectacular snake. Look at this sides. Very, very cool. And then, of course, that stripe down the back. I cannot talk about carpet pythons and not take this girl out because she is absolutely stunning. This is my albino carpet. She's a sweetheart. She's very curious about all the smells. Man, what a stunning animal. I've always been in love with her head. Look at that head. All right, so ball pythons have been a part of my life for actually pretty much all of my snake keeping career, which has been almost 20 years. So I have some stuff in this CB70 behind me and a bunch of stuff that I'm raising up in this baby Rex. So we're going to take a look at some ball pythons now. But we're going to start off with this guy here. So this is an Enchi Inferno fader. So an Enchi Inferno fader. So that's Enchi, Hidden Gene Woma, Granite, Yellow Belly, Pastel, fader. And he is just absolutely spectacular. So this is Enchi Leopard Champagne. That is also Het for Clown. And that is pretty sweet. He doesn't like people all that much. And then last but not least, because I could go on with ball pythons for forever, I have this awesome raise up here. This is a Coral Glow Leopard Mojave Hypo. Check that out. And he has yet to develop any black spots, so I think we probably won't see that thanks to the hypo gene. But check that out. Who doesn't love a good albino piebald ball python? Check her out. Definitely a fave. Wow. So another thing that's been a part of my keeping career for a very long time has been colubrids, like this little Mex-Mex king snake. Now, I have actually never worked with Mex-Mex before, so I'm super excited. This is a smoke show little girl right here. Look at all that red. So I'm really excited about working with this species, as well as California king snakes, North Mexican pines, working on trying to get some Cape gopher snakes if anybody knows somebody, and a few others. So let's take a look at some more colubrids. Alright guys, so we're starting off with one of my favorite colubrid species, and that's really just because they come in so many different color variations, and we're looking at some corn snakes. This girl right here is a sweet little anery motley scaleless that's also het for albino. She's just a tiny little one. And then right over here, having a party, is a Coral Ghost Tessera male. I'm going to pull this out so I can get him in the light and you can really see his colors because he is pink. You can see right by where his head is, it's super, super pink. But this animal is spectacular. So corn snakes and I have a pretty long-lasting relationship. Super easy to care for species, obviously. And they make amazing pets. So, I mean, how can you not like that? This is my North Mexican pine snake. She does not like being messed with all that much. But isn't she stunning? Now, she has a really crazy aberrant pattern, which is very unique for this species. Man, look at her. All right, so another species of colubrid that I want to highlight because I really enjoy is the California king snake. This is a high white Cal King male, and he's a little hungry, so he might actually try to take a chomp out of me. But one of the things that's super cool with Cal Kings is traditionally they're a black and white banded animal. Sometimes they can have a stripe to them. But thanks to line breeding and polygenics, we've essentially gotten these animals that are almost patternless white, which is super, super cool. Cal Kings can make great pets. They are super ready to feed, which makes them great. As you can see, he's going to take a chomp out of my thumb right there. But what an awesome species of snake. And they can make great pets. Regardless of their little desire to nibble, it's really not that big of a deal. So blood and short-tailed pythons and I have kind of a love-hate relationship, partly because the first time I ever owned a blood python, it was a big wild-caught male, and he had a horrible, horrible bunch of experiences with people, so he was not the greatest snake in the world. In recent years, I've kind of gotten back into the blood and short-tail scene and have some amazing animals, including this guy right here who's in shed, but this is actually an imported Banca locality red blood python. He doesn't look as spectacular as he usually does, but we're going to take a look at some smoke shows. All right, so right now we're just checking out GoldenEye red blood python because he is spectacular. Look at that. He's not a big fan of the camera, but he is smoking. All right, so here's another favorite blood python. This is my Batrix or Batrix, Het T positive. And she is just amazing looking. Those sides are something special. All right, so I can't show off bloods and then not show off short tails, and this girl just shed. I just opened up her enclosure so you can get to see her in her full glory. Check out that face, huh? Bright orange head. This is a super stripe Posset ocelot. I like my stripes, and this girl is no exception. Look at that clean dorsal stripe all the way down. Look at that. Absolutely spectacular. But that head, whew, man, that's where it's all at. You come say hello to the camera? She's like, there's a heat signature I'm kind of interested in. Look at that. Absolutely spectacular animal. Most recently notable for me has been my mini obsession with Amazon tree boas, like my guy Hellboy right here. So I was trying to get a clip holding him, but he wasn't really having that. So instead, I'll just have to get you guys kind of close. Check that out. So we're going to take a look at some insane Amazon tree boas. Let's go. But check him out. How can you not love an animal that's that naturally red? So this is not a morph. This is a naturally occurring color variation of the Amazon tree boa. We're going to take a look at a couple others. All right, so this is one of my yellow Amazons. She's kind of tying herself up in a bit of a knot here, but she's got like a hypo-ish appearance, and certainly is not red like Hellboy, but this yellow is certainly spectacular. And take a look at this stripe behind the eye. I don't know if you can see that very easily, but that is super, super unique. So she is absolutely spectacular, and I'm really excited about trying to throw her into some breeding projects, make some interesting looking babies. But check her out. So we're taking a look at another one of my yellows. She decided she wanted to hang on to the perch in the enclosure, which is fine. But take a look at her. She's very, very willing to snap. But she's absolutely spectacular. Check her out, huh? Ooh, she does not like the heat signature coming off of the camera. Sorry, sweetie. She's like, what is this? But check that out. Check out the power there. These guys aren't generally very large compared to like the Amazon basin or even just a regular emerald tree boa, which is their cousin. But truly a beautiful, beautiful gem of the jungle. So we saw the red, we saw the yellow. Now this is a bicolor. Check that out. How cool is that, huh? He likes to move, so it's a little hard to get him in one spot. But how cool is that? See, where's his face? He's coming right up here. Whoop. Check him out. Doesn't get much cooler than that. Again, naturally occurring, which is insane. Oop, there we go. What up, bud? Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite animal was that you saw today. Make sure you like this video, and of course, most importantly, make sure you go subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a video, because, you know, who wants to miss more awesome reptile content? You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at Brassman Reptiles, and on Twitter at BrassmanRep. All those links will be down below. Take care, guys. Until next time.